Nothing happens in a vacuum. No one accomplishes anything by themselves. You need a team. You need diverse perspectives. You need people who have different skill sets. So we wanted to set up young people for success in that way.
Gun violence in America stops with us, and we want you to be a part of it. Our Summit for Young Adults Against Gun Violence is focused on creating strategy for meaningful gun violence prevention reform in our communities.
At the summit, the goal was to create groups of people who may be in the same state or in the same areas who are really trying to work towards gun violence prevention and be able to give them resources and support they need to continue doing the work that they want to do.
And so the coalitions are attending this conference together because, again, nothing happens in a vacuum. And if people are able to experience a thing together, they're able to do it together and move the whole community as a whole forward together without leaving any parts of the community behind.
So how do you accommodate so that everyone can actually fill their fullest space at the table?
I think that what NMG does really, really well is not only centering folks who are survivors of gun violence, but then also making sure that we're really thinking about what communities are affected and how we can continue to include them in that conversation.
And it's a matter of sharing and activating and realizing and acknowledging what are we experiencing and validating that no matter what terminology you're using.
Even when someone has had to tell us, oh, why is this voice not represented? We don't get offended, we don't get upset, we ask how can we support you so you can be heard.
This isn't a time, to be comfortable, it's a time to be uncomfortable and learn and to grow and to sort of, heal with each other.
Some of the folks that were on the panel today, they recognized that the conversations that were happening, although they were in good intention of being intersectional and being inclusive, their narratives weren't being as amplified in the working groups.
A big part of every summit we go to for us is being able to take something back to the people we serve at home. Mm-hmm. For us, if you walk into a space and you're not gaining that, then your city isn't gaining anything.
And so they addressed it to me and Catherine. They decided to make room in the schedule and clear things up to make sure that they had at least 45 minutes to discuss the fact that their stories need to be heard and put it on a way louder amplification system.
We have to sit back sometimes and just listen and just give someone the space to be able to really talk about the issue in a way that it affects them, that we don't necessarily get to hear about all the time.
So if we can use our stories to help other people, but also help us gain resources and connections that we need to gain as well, then we've accomplished something as well as helping someone else.
When we have each other, we have all of us, we can do that comfortably. We can, sort of unite and build solidarity and, disrupt those systems together.
And that's why this summit was created, to bring people together across divides, to think about how gun violence affects our communities in different ways, and ensuring that we pool our resources and we can work with one another.
Being in this movement is really hard. It's really, really hard. But then you get into the same place with other people where this is their passion too, and all of a sudden everything's worth it. Because you're not alone and you are part of something bigger.